This is slowly just becoming the Alfredino channel. We have Nurgle versus Dark Elves. Nurgle, considered one of the worst factions in the game, in land battles and conquest. Dark Elves considered one of the best, not the best, but they're in the conversation for like top 6, somewhere in there. Nurgle usually has a very hard time with this matchup. Dark Elves have a lot of armor-piercing missiles, and Nurgle hates missiles. Nurgle hates armor-piercing, so both is bad. Though, not a lot of Dark Shards here, so we're going to have to see how much damage these repeater crossbows can get out. For the Dark Elves, we have the High Beastmaster on his Scourge Runner Chariot, 2 other Scourge Runner Chariots, and then 3 Dark Rider repeater crossbows. The Crows of Cain, 4 Cold One Knights, almost always. Yes, 4 Cold One Knights, and then a couple Bleak Swords and a Beastcaster with Amber Spear and Wissen's Wild Form. No Flock of Doom. Those are some wild spells. Okay. On the other side for Nurgle, we have a couple Chaos Warhounds with Poison. Front line of Nurglings, including the Frolickers Bubonic. Then we have 2 Pestigors, 2 Soul Grinders, one of which is the Noxbringer. Kugath Plaguefather with only Fleshy Abundance for his spells. And then we have the Angels of Decay, Death's Head's Plague Drone ROR. Now, the Noxbringer is going to use his ammunition-depleting shots to try and get the Scourge Runners to run out of ammo nice and quickly. Scourge Runners are famous for having low ammunition. They do a lot of damage. They're very, very good, strong units, but they do have an issue with running out of ammo and then having to cycle charge in the late game. So the Noxbringer is going to try and make that worse for them. Meanwhile, Kugath is bombing these Dark Rider Repeater Crossbows who have fallen back. Nice Amber Spear down the side gets really good damage on the Angels of Decay as these Dark Rider Repeater Crossbows continue to shoot at it. Those Angels might need a Fleshy Abundance from Kugath soon. Meanwhile, Nurglings are dying. Pestigors are fighting against Cold One Knights. It's a pretty good fight for the Pestigors. They might lose it, but they'll trade cost effectively. And Dogs have run down one of the Dark Rider Repeater Crossbows, which is forced back. The other one's moving forward. 2 Cold One Knights were trying to duel with a Soul Grinder, but with Pestigors nearby and Angels of Decay firing from above, they're not enjoying that so much. They are going to fall back soon. Dark Elves crumbling away a few Nurglings. Balance power is in Nurgle's favor, though that is with 2 full health Soul Grinders and Kugath. I think once those bows get trained on the big artillery pieces, things might change quite a lot. Cold One Knight's still trying to catch out this Soul Grinder, trying to stop him in place, but he just grinds over them with his metallic legs, pushes through this area without much issue, and now the Pestigors are left to suffer the fate. Meanwhile, Nurgling's dying again. We just have the Frolickers Bubonic for Nurgle's infantry left. We do have a dog over here. Another dog getting chased off by a Scourge Runner Chariot. So 1 dog. And the Frolickers also start to Demonic Instability crumble. I didn't think they were doing that poorly, but apparently they're just gonna die. There they go. Even with Nurgling Infestation and their Blisterback healing, they can't hang in there, I guess. Overcasted Fleshy Abundance trying to save the Nurgle units, but already gone are the Frolickers Bubonic. Angels of Decay really needed that heal. They are going to take a little bit of damage from the Crows of Cain, but they'll be fine overall. As Cold One Knights cluster up around the Kugath Plaguefather, any artillery shots at point-blank range will do a lot of damage to them. Also, Kugath's constant Mortis Engine Drain will do a lot, but they are just trying to get out what damage they can on him in a relatively good surround. I mean, this is a good situation to get in there and get into melee. You obviously don't want too many melee units overlapping on Kugath's destructive aura, but 1 Cold One Knight surrounding him is quite nice. Elsewhere, we got our second Scourge Runner back. So Scourge Runners have a little bit of ammunition, 6 volleys, 7 volleys, and then the Beastmaster has 20 ammunition left for him. The other dog looks like it was peeled away. Pestigors are proving as tanky as ever. Both of them still in it to win it for now. 1 Pestigor's thinking about routing, but isn't there just yet. His Bleak Swords, 3 of them clumped up around Kugath is a bit of a mistake, so they're all getting drained down by Pestilent Decay, so that's not great. Dark Rider Repeater Crossbow sitting awfully close to the Soul Grinders while shooting at the Angels of Decay. Could make this easy shots if the Soul Grinders want to take shot at these guys, but looks like they'll turn and point blank the Soul Grinder now. Nurgle's spreading out the damage nicely, meaning he can just get good heals. Whiplash and Wissen's Wild Form trying to buff up the damage of the Cold Knights, giving them significant increases. Hold on. 75% more damage across the board, more charge speed, charge bonus, and armor. So the Soul Grinder is going to path away while they're under the effect of all of these buffs as this Noxbringer manages to miss at point-blank range somehow. And meanwhile, Scourge Runner Chariots, the High Beastmaster, and all these Repeater Crossbows going to shoot at the Angels of Decay from directly underneath them to get as many hits as possible, are knocking those guys out of the sky.
But after some point, like, you're using so much ammunition to kill the Angels of Decay. And this is a bit of a catch-22. I know the Angels of Decay are a very dangerous unit and you have to take them out. I get that, but this is why they're so powerful. Is by the time you use all your ammo on them, the Scourge Runners are out of ammo, the Dark Riders don't have that much ammo, and they've taken a lot of damage, and you still have to deal with Kugath and double Soul Grinder. Amber Spear fired into Kugath. I honestly think it disappeared and didn't hit him somehow, because I didn't see his health go down at all from that thing. Soul Grinder manages to miss at point-blank range again. The Angels of Decay are back once more with 3 models left. The High Beastmaster is sniping at them. So are these repeater crossbows. The one is about to get routing, which is a disaster. Angels of Decay finally demonic instability crumble and get taken out. As Cold Knights get a good surround onto the Noxbringer and the other Soul Grinder again, they're just getting what damage out they can, but the Dark Elves have got to focus up their damage so that Kugath can't cast any more healing or a Fecundity or anything and like heal up these different elements. We've got to isolate one. We see Kugath's healing cap, we see the Soul Grinder's healing caps, and there's a Fleshy Abundance on one that's already demonic instability crumbling, so it's taking itself out, dealing itself a lot of damage as Kugath tries to rally the dang thing. The Amber Spearcaster is in there, the High Beastmaster is in there. We still have one Dark Rider Repeater Crossbow with ammunition firing in. Another one shatters, which is really terrible for the Dark Elves. They wanted to use all that ammo on Kugath that they can. Balance of power is in Nurgle's favor by quite a lot, though I think that is a little early, as Kugath is taking a lot of damage. We still have these Dark Riders, 4 volleys left, shooting right into Kugath's back. One of the Soul Grinders nearly heal capped. The other one heal cap is quite far away. But the Noxbringer, clutch shot, destroying the ammunition of the Dark Riders as they fire in onto Kugath. Still, the High Beastmaster has 7 shots left. He gets Wissen's Wild Form, I guess, for a little extra melee prowess, but I'm still not sold that that spell is better than Flock of Doom would have been. Amber Spearcaster dueling with Kugath a bit, getting a couple shots in here and there. He's down to 4,800 HP. Still a lot, but not a lot for him. The Noxbringer now thinking about demonic instability crumbling. There he goes. He charges into Cold Knights to get a little bit more leadership. Does rally him at the last second as the High Beastmaster still ripping through here. A lot of Bleak Swords getting drained down by Kugath's constant presence, but the Noxbringer, after that charge leadership bonus wears off, he does die. It's down to just Kugath and another one. 3,000 HP left on Kugath. He's getting pretty low. His heal cap is like 6,000 HP away, so he could still get a lot of healing, but we'll see if he even bothers to get it. As a final shot from the repeater crossbows needs to come in. Kugath is dangerously close to demonic instability crumbling. Now the balance of power is 50-50, but there's some form of spell coming in. It is a Fecundity onto Kugath. Just as demonic instability starts to take him, Fecundity will get him from exhausted to maybe higher on the vigor scale. Maybe. And the heal is coming in clutch for him. Still draining down everybody around him. The Scourge Runner Chariots are starting to rout. The Soul Grinder Nurgle gets in on the Fecundity. He is officially heal capped, and the Beastmaster has 2 shots left, but he takes a big hit from the Soul Grinder. Kugath is managing to rally, and he chases off the Amber Spearcaster. Now we have some Dark Rider Repeater Crossbows in melee trying to hold Kugath in place while the Beastmaster rights away. He has 1 shot left. Kugath has 1,600 HP as other Dark Elves are starting to rally, but there's no ammunition for them, so they just have to go into melee with Kugath, which we all know is a death sentence. The Beastmaster uses last shot onto Kugath, and there comes the demonic instability crumbling. He's gonna kill himself off. Negative 35 leadership. There's no way he comes back from this, but he's terror routing everything. He's routing everything. The Beastmaster's even back in there, down to 400 HP, still crumbling away. 200, 180. Terror out in from the High Beastmaster, but the Dark Elves are staying in it. Kugath's down to 50 HP, and he rallies out of literally nowhere at -1, at -4 HP. He is randomly not demonic instability crumbling anymore at 28 HP. Somehow he rallied, which was insane, and he gets a Fleshy Abundance onto himself. Amber Spear cast is out, but it whiffs entirely onto the moving Soul Grinder. Now the High Beastmaster is trying to stay alive. The Sorceress is trying to stay alive. Kugath is heal capped at 3,000 HP. The Dark Elves are going to get army lost any second now, and that is GG. 38 HP. Kugath somehow rallies. I love how he was crumbling. He was demonic instability crumbling from like a couple hundred HP down to 30, and at 30 he goes, you know what, I'm not going to demonic instability crumble anymore, I'm good. But his leadership was still showing as -1 and then -4, and he was just like, no, I'm fine, I don't need to crumble, it's okay, my leadership is technically negative, it's fine. And now I know, before you get mad at me, behind the scenes the number only updates every so often, but the demonic instability procs faster than that. So if between updates it's like -1, +3, -1, +3, -1, +3, the thing will just show -1, and demonic instability would be like, the average of this is 2. You know, something like that. I get it. I don't know the specifics, but I get that there's some fancy coding reason. It just looks funny when it's -1 and -4, and he's like, nah, nah. I'm just not gonna crumble anymore. I'm done crumbling. No more. I'm good. I'm chilling. All right. Very good game between these two. Scourge Runners got good value. One Dark Rider got good value. The other two got peeled off. And that is GG. Nurgle gets a win by some leadership shenanigans. Roar.
Subscribe, yes, yes.